I wish I could smoke in my house. You can't smoke. If I can't smoke, you can't smoke.
It's legal here. It's
Where's our music? Where's our music?
We're just going straight
I've got
live.
cats.
What are you doing? Oh my goodness, Brandon. I don't get to jam out with my clam out pre-episode. Like, what is this?
We can only see the top half of you, so that clam could be airing out regardless of what you want to, what everyone wants.
Subscribe to my Only Hemipeens.
All I want to see is bearded clam shots from you sitting in a chair making podcasts.
Hey everyone, did you miss us? I hope some of you missed us.
Welcome to
like
the extra bitches.
Okay.
It's been a while since we've done a lot.
Yeah. We had this really kick-ass episode recorded with Clint that was supposed to come out whenever it was supposed to come out. And then the internet ate
last
it.
Weekend.
We're going to blame Brandon.
Yeah.
And then the internet ate it. So we owe you guys an episode. So you guys all get a live with Clint instead.
Sucks to be you.
That's what I thought. I was expecting intro music.
And you got fucking Dominique commenting. Fuck. You just goofing around.
I love her. Everybody go check out Dominique's podcast, Modern Medusa podcast, because it kicks ass and it features women in herpetoculture.
Which is a good thing
because I am so far behind them.
It's a really good podcast, like straight up.
There's not enough vocal women in herpetoculture because we are completely shunned by, I don't know what the proper term would be, but I'm going to go with bitchy males.
It's called misogyny.
Ah, okay. So there's a word for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to have this conversation, but I will derail this podcast. So, as you were, Brandon.
Keep us on track, Brandon.
I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor, Miko Reptiles and Enclosures. They're doing some really cool stuff. I hear they're coming out with they're supposed to be coming out with a new product line. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it should be badass as with everything else they're doing so far, because they're not just taking the keeper's needs into design, they're taking the animal needs into design. And I think that's really important.
Clint instead. Clint, turn it down.
My bad. Notification.
I don't want to hear my own voice.
It's that damn Josh Carson from CP Reptiles. He's a good dude, but he's just trying to get my attention.
Definitely everyone check out Miko Reptiles and Enclosures. I am switching all my products over to them because they actually work and they're functional and they're not shittily made. Is shittily a word?
Sure. It is now.
It's a word now. It's a herpcast word, I guess. I don't know.
And they'll take your design needs into consideration too, so they do make changes for you if you need them. So
those lighter tracks
really nice.
That they've been showing off on Facebook are fantastic.
Those are so sweet. I love them. We had another like local enclosure maker like flat out refused to like do stuff like that, and I was like,
why would you?
Dumb. I don't know. If people are willing to spend money, why not let them spend money?
Precisely. And in those situations, like people want lighted racks. People want to keep their animals in a modular system that can be used in a multitude of different scenarios. And
they want to give them a naturalistic environment in a convenient, accessible way.
Yeah. That's the headline of the story.
Like, I don't. You can do so much in a rack without it just being like a piece of paper in the bottom.
Just gotta break those ball python people out of all their paper and plastic and whatnot.
I don't get how they have good sheds and stuff. I don't understand. And like I have ball pythons and racks. I do, but like
I use racks all day long.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with racks as long as you use it effectively.
Juveniles.
Yeah,
I'm kind of over racks because their tubs are not very tall.
Pretentious.
You can see all those racks behind him, though. Well, I suppose you can only see
racks, though, so I guess we gotta give him a little credit.
I have one. I have two. I have one for the hatchlings, and then this one that eventually I'm gonna upgrade, and this will just be a quarantine rack. So
nice.
Yeah,
I've been drinking all day, so you're gonna get sassy, Clint.
It's okay. It's okay. We've had like super spicy episodes with drunk people before.
That's right. I'd also like to let people know about our merch store on Teespring. So we got fanny packs and t-shirts and all sorts of cool stuff. Check it out.
Oh, like this hoodie. Look at God, what one am I? Ah!
That's one hell of a hoodie.
And
it says grab life by the hemi peens on the back, but hang on.
Yeah, this is the show.
Oh my god, I threw all my stuff. I'm choking myself. I have no hands. I haven't even been drinking. Dom, I don't even want to read your comment right now. I don't want to talk to you.
It's probably something mean.
She says get drunk so you can call her.
Grab life by the heavy bees. There we go. Oh my god, I'm hiding now.
Yeah, and it's all print on demand from Teespring, so it's really awesome. The quality is really nice too, so we've been really impressed with it, and so have the people that have ordered some of our merch.
All my stuff.
God bless Brandon for being professional as he deals with us.
Whatever you said, Kiana, you cut out there because you probably smashed your all over the floor again.
Get together. We're tired of this.
Yeah, I still need to order myself one of the fanny packs.
Am I back again?
Kiana, did you get your stuff together yet? Yeah, I can hear you now.
If anyone wants to donate a new mic, I will accept that money. Just or new mic. Because I'm gonna throw this thing.
I've got wireless for this for the live scenario, and
okay, I can't take myself seriously.
Are we hearing my gorgeous timber? Well, really, watching the struggle is. That's all the show we need.
I'm really wondering.
Would you believe that? Like, it pretty much. Okay, I'm good. Oh my god. Okay. So, check out our merch. It's sweet. Oh, actually, I have more merch to show you guys.
Oh, the tumblers?
I need longer. Yeah. Hang on. My arms are too short.
The one that I still need to grab from you, even though I've passed by your house like 100 times. Well, I passed by old and stopped at her
house. There's only one in Canada. Ooh, look at them!
Fancy.
Yeah, they're sweet. These are the newest ones, so.
Yeah, because we did that pre-order.
This is Brandon's ugly no glitter clip.
I like the no glitter one, thank you.
I'm gonna send you a big glitter one now.
I mean, I'll use whatever. Just take my money and send the product. God damn.
This is so funny. Dom's comment. We had a 30-minute test call. How did it go so downhill? I literally like called Dom on StreamYard to like test all my stuff out because I got new headphones and I was trying to test them out. They didn't work the way I wanted them to. So like,
get her in here because I don't know. I think this is two males against one female. And
Dom, would you like to come hang out? I think you should. And like, Clint's totally right.
If you want your plant prop pulls, the things that I gotta make you or something, get on this call.
Dom, you're getting threatened. Laura, if you message me on Facebook, I will design whatever you want for merch.
Yeah, talk to Canada directly. Then I don't have to relay the message 500 times.
Can I get Brandon's face on a bumper sticker?
Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Awesome. I just want Brandon's face that says I've got 2 peens.
Dom doesn't want to come play with us. I think she's being really mean.
Apparently she's hungover, and that's not an excuse because all of us are in our like late 30s and we can just get over it with Gatorade and caffeine.
None of us are that old.
Oh my God, am I in my 30s?
I turned 30 this year, and I'm the oldest out of. I'm the oldest out of me, Brandon, and Dom.
Well, kids, get the fuck off my lawn with your goddamn skate, rap, and roll.
I missed you all.
Let's talk about
We're rusty, Brandon.
I know, it's been a while.
Yeah, because you got a job and you're no longer fun employed like the rest of the Canadian reptile podcasters.
I know.
You no longer fit the qualification.
Get out of here with your responsibility.
Well, no, it's like actually, it's like a thing amongst Canadian reptile podcasters that none of us are employed right now. And then Brandon got a job.
Well, Dylan's employed now. I was talking to him, so he's back working.
Oh, so it's just me.
Yeah.
The podcast is my job. I'm a full-time volunteer. Thank you very much.
Hey, anyone in Cincinnati who wants animal experience, invert experience, and plants, I need volunteers to help clean cages. You hit me up.
Hey, are you gonna Carol Baskins this?
I mean, besides like killing my husband, maybe. I don't know
what kind of animals you got to feed them to?
I mean, I've got cats that might eat them.
I wonder how many tokes it would take to eat a human.
I mean, you got to assume like a couple families worth. That's a lot of tokes.
Tree piranhas.
I do call them wall gators. Dom, the only thing that I'm doing for rubber duckies right now is exoteras, so get on it. I'm seeing those damn comments.
Oh, Dom says I get to call myself a philanthropist.
We're at this house. It's called a philolanthropist because we only deal in philodendrons.
Philodendrons. I got the joke before you explained it.
That's why we're friends.
I like plants. Okay. So like me and you like so many of the same animals. It's not even funny. Like,
okay, here's the big thing, and it's gonna piss Dominique off. I can't stand lace monitors. I think they are Australian water monitors, and they are way hyped up more than they should be. Thoughts, both of you?
I'm not allowed to have a lace monitor in this stupid province, but I would love to have a Bell's phase lace monitor because they're fucking badass looking.
Basic.
I don't care. I don't fucking care. It's not my dream reptile. I have my dream reptile, thank you very much. And it's still Australian and badass. Do I need to like use some gecko napalm on you because I have weaponized geckos?
Just because you have spiny or what the fuck they're called, Stropharosis. I've got flying geckos that can hit you from above.
I love you so much, Dom. I love you so much.
I think I introduced her with. I introduced myself to Dom with dumb shit, so this one just goes with according to plan. I have flying geckos, so I can hit you from above. I have euplabarids, I can hit you from the ground. I am commanding the gecko to army over here, and I don't know if you know like how we Americans do things, but it's irrationally and stupid.
Sorry, hang on. Who burned down the White House?
Americans. Because that's how we roll.
It's Canadians.
Oh, it was?
Twice.
Who burned it down? That shows how much I don't care about, U.S. history.
Nobody does.
Because who the fuck cares about something that happened 200 years ago? We're living in now.
That's right.
Why is this going to get political?
We're going to get mad on the Canadian Herpetoculture podcast. We're not even going to talk about fucking reptiles.
I know. I was talking about reptiles.
Well, it went from...
Okay. I raise your gecko army, and I will throw an angry juvenile Maclots.
You win because I don't have Maclots pythons yet. I mean, I've got short tails, but that's about it. Actually, hold on.
Meat missile?
Do what?
A little meat missile?
Little one. Hold on, give me 2 secs.
Hey, everyone. We are following no rules today.
We never had rules or like anything to begin with.
No, but we usually followed kind of the same thing. We're just
all over
everywhere
the place
today. Whatever. Yeah. It's okay.
Getting back into the groove since
this is why it's a late night podcast.
That's right.
Get the goddamn shame, knock.
Those are sweet.
He's my big bud.
If Ryan was here, he'd say, "Ask me about my big snake."
Oh,
this is my dick pic for the world.
And we've all been.
Should I make a shirt that says "Ask me about my hemipens"? Yeah, I think that should be our next one. Ask me about my hemipens.
No, that's stealing Ryan's.
We can send Ryan one. He'll probably think it's hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Dom, why is there like no dick joke comment from you?
So Clint, I raise your gecko army a hognose army.
You win because you have more Madagascariensis than I do.
Yeah, I have more than most people know of, anyway.
I got you beat on blondies.
Yeah, I only got 2, so.
I like the blondes. See, the giants are just like the basic bitch of the like mad hogs.
Brandon, can you kick her off?
No, it's my podcast. I started it.
Well,
I started it. It's mine.
Where's the mute button on this thing? I know.
Hang on. Do you want me to show you the mute button? That's the mute button, Clint.
I'm gonna say fuck.
I don't care if you say that. I've kicked Brandon out of a group chat before. I brought him back in like 2 seconds later. I love doing that.
I mean, if you have the power, why not?
I think I also have more speckleds than you. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you do, because I have 0.
Well, yeah, so
which makes
I
you
have like
gay
5 more than you do.
I remember what you just got. You just got really cool stuff.
Me or him?
Yeah, you. Brandon always gets the same thing. Brandon always gets the same thing. You got the like chicken skin geckos.
Okay, you want to hear a fucking story about the geckolepis? So I have heard about this species for a long time, and they're scale sloughers, which means that if you touch them and they aren't cool with it, they're going to slough those scales. And you think like, okay, whatever, that's a thing. I've had rats deglove in my hand if I was like holding them up for a snake and they pull the rat and I'm just left with the rat tail deglove. When geckos do it, it is awful. Like, I have never wanted to cry so much in my entire life. And look at me, I'm a grown-ass bearded fucking man. And when this happened, I felt like the biggest asshole in the entire world. It makes you feel dirty. You've got these scales on your hands, and it's just, please God help. And no, like I've got 2 of these things in the other room right now.
And you're never touching them again?
No, it's bueno.
Climb on this stick.
Imagine what herpetologists felt like when they found them.
I hope they felt bad because I did.
Thank you for being a compassionate herper in the hobby. I appreciate you.
This is my gift to herpiculture. Don't touch fucking geckolepis.
Just look at it. Would you just look at it?
Don't even look. Acknowledge their existence in your head.
Okay. So, I would live vicariously through you, and
don't. It's bad. It just makes you feel gross.
Does it feel like you're touching a raw chicken breast?
A raw chicken breast that makes you feel like you have just done something dirty. Like you feel like something you jacked off to, and you should feel bad about what you jacked off to. I'm not even breaking. This is me being 100% serious right now. When scales slough off in your hands, it is the worst thing in the entire world. Rabbits can scream, which is god fucking awful, and it is not as bad as having a gecko slough its scales off in your hands. I'm not exaggerating at all, but maybe a little bit.
But maybe a little bit.
Because I'm a giant baby.
Does not look like a good time. So note to self: don't get gecko leaks.
No,
okay, but like Clint basically has everything I want.
I like geckos.
No, you have the file snakes too.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a tributary to my awesomeness. Really?
He's so modest.
Just a little bit. No, the file snakes are actually one of my more what Dom said. No, the file snakes
aren't alive yet.
My exciting projects that I've got going on. They were one that I thought was going to be a lot harder than they were, and the captive breds that I've got hatched so far are doing fantastic. They're eating on frozen thawed rodents beautifully. These animals are going to be what I want Xenodermis to be. you have the dragon snakes from Indonesia, which are very, very much a sensitive dart frog in a snake's body. So these file snakes, I really think, are going to be people's answer to Xenodermis, the hard species to keep. These guys are super easy. We're talking 65 to 75% average humidity. I miss them once a day. They are eating frozen thawed rodents very, very well, and they look like dragon snakes. They're keeled, they're purple, they're beautiful. These are some of the coolest colubrids that you can get right now, although I really don't recommend you getting them as wild caught because I've gone through a whole lot of issues getting to the point where I'm producing captive bred. Please, God, one of you two can take over from now.
I put a deposit down on some really cool rear fang venomous stuff, and I'm not telling anyone what it is until they're here.
I'm going to guess Hydra Nasties?
Nope. That's easy to get here.
Oh, so they're hard to get in the old Canada.
I think they're coming from Europe.
What part of Europe?
I actually don't know.
How am I supposed to sit here?
Is it a species I know that you've wanted? No.
I mentioned it once in a group chat with you and Ryan.
So it's ball python?
Good luck. No.
Yeah,
it's rear fang venomous.
I gotta give you a list.
Here, let me give you the biggest hint. It is the exact opposite of a hognose.
So its nose is like facing inward?
You're on the right track, but the wrong direction.
It's facing downwards. That makes me think Rufus.
It's a red beaked.
So it's a Rufus beak snake from Africa.
Yes.
Guessed it.
Whatever.
Want to know why? Because I'm awesome.
I was like in Wyman's inbox so fast.
No, they're really cool snakes to work with, actually. And they have this really, like, when they feed, it is something I can't really explain it because I always had to tease feed mine to get them to actually strike. And
do you have them too?
Not right now, no. I had them when I was a teenager. And, like, to get them to
so like 100 years ago?
Back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth.
I'll just go fuck myself then. Yes.
What do you do after this is none of our business.
Where's my cat?
Wait, hey, what's happening?
You leave your cat alone.
Back to what we were talking about. When they do feed, like I fully expect a Facebook message because it's not like a normal snake strikes a prey item. It's kind of like these file snakes. You're just not expecting it to, do some sort of acrobat as it grabs the prey item.
Is this body gonna like flail around?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, it's more so like dramatic than it is effective.
Oh my god, Dom, quit texting me. She's like, I'm gonna stop instigating so you can interview. It's like texting isn't helping. God.
We're doing this live. This is all saved for posterity.
Whatever. One of my favorite animals to feed is my Trans-Pecos rat snake. Yeah, because he grabs it and then he just smashes the side of his body into it and holds it down until it quits moving. And I'm just like, he's so gentle about taking it. Then he's just like,
she's with a friend right now, but she was my first reticulated python. Her name's Julia Squeezer, and she got that name because she grabbed a rabbit so hard that it right out of each end, and that's when she got named.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's a fitting name.
Going back to your mention about Wyman there, I was messaging him a little while ago about Kukri Snakes.
He was telling me to get Kukris, and then because someone here in town got a pair or something.
I talk about my buddy at CPX a lot. He had Kukris, and there's not a lot of species that I get jealous about, but those were one of them because talk about an insane snake.
We can get them. Like we know someone with them now.
You can't get tiger rat snakes, and that's just insane.
You can have them in the next province over.
Can you guys get like stiletto snakes?
I'm not actually sure about that.
They're the venomous ones with their fangs point backwards, so when they can get you.
So if they're like straight up classified as venomous, I'd say no. But if they're like rear fang venomous, you should be fine.
I think these are classified as I'll just fuck you up venomous because
I think they're like big boy venomous.
Well, no matter how you can't pin them by the back of the head.
Yeah, because they can get you regardless.
Exactly, and they came in. I think I was like maybe 14 or 15 at the time, and I remember them coming in. They were super cheap. And my first thought was, no, that's going to end up painful, like really painful. And now that I'm again going on dinosaur apparently because I'm the oldest person here.
Hey, you aged yourself.
I regret not getting them. God damn it!
I'm used to being the oldest. I'm usually the dinosaur, so
I'll be 32 in June.
I'll be 30 in August.
I just turned 28 on the 15th.
Did I say happy birthday? I know you're at work. I think I said happy birthday.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Brandon.
Happy birthday.
You were at work. Woohoo.
Yeah, I was on a 7.5 hour drive to work. It was great.
Gross.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to cool colubrids.
Back to cool colubrids like Madagascar hognoses?
Yeah, fine, because you both have them. Get it out of your system. Get it out of your system.
I've seen a couple.
I know Clint.
Hang on a second. She says we could have babysat her. We told her to come on. Hey,
I'm sitting here calling you out, Dom.
Again. Yeah, but that's how me and Clint met. Was in one of the hog nose groups, and that was like ages ago.
You're fun, and you don't take my dumb shit too seriously, so let's talk about snakes.
Yeah, and we've just been talking Madagascar hognoses ever since, and I'm not sure if you're using my breeding schedule.
Which I am, actually.
I remember you mentioned you are?
Yep.
So far, it works for me. It seems to be working all right for you, for the blondes anyway.
I haven't gotten any eggs yet, but I'm excited to get eggs.
I don't know if I got anything. I haven't checked their tub in a little while because I got the giants paired up, I got the speckleds paired up, and I got the blondes paired up.
We're starting to see the 2020 Madagascar imports coming into America right now, and I've seen 2 female giants come in now. I haven't seen any of the other 2 species so far, but I've been like casting my head out to find them.
Just
What did you just say? Was it
get
me?
my fingers on them. Yeah. Yeah, they're not easy to come by. They're starting to get more popular. People are asking for them, and everybody's just like, "Good luck."
Well, and like here in Alberta, because we can't have the westerns or easterns, right? Just those two,
or southerns. Yeah,
or southerns. Okay,
any header. No, there's three. The southern, all headered on.
So we can't have any heterodon, but we can have the Leo heterodon. And then what are the tricolors?
Is that the Stokes or LY something?
I don't know. Whatever the tricolor
are.
We can have those and mad hogs.
Again, here's like
yes, and we can have South American hogs. They're hard to come across.
Here's like again, let's make me be out to be the villain. The tricolor hognose. It's just a milk snake.
That's what they look. That's what they look like to me. They just look like milk snakes.
I'll get a Nelson's milk snake.
And apparently they don't live very long.
I've heard they're hard to establish.
You know, and that honestly doesn't surprise me because we're feeding them rodent diets, and they're coming from an area that is probably their main diet's going to be amphibians and reptiles.
Miko for the win, as usual, because Miko always fixes all my shit.
There it is. I was right with the first two letters.
Lystrophis.
Yeah, Strophis.
We really just need to start paying her.
With all their money that we don't make.
You guys fucked up again.
Here's the bill.
If I had a dime for every time I fucked up, I wouldn't be doing podcast. Would be like away in some property that no one could find me. My beer would be down to here, and I'd be the shortest Sasquatch in America.
You'd be Radagast.
Yes.
Just like cats instead of rabbits because rabbits are snake food.
Clint, did I ever send you those documents that I got from Dr. Glaw?
About the different...
Oh, no. What's up? Can you hear me?
I should forward you that.
We can hear you.
Was it about the mad hogs from the newest professor?
Yeah, it was the bite documentation. It was the egg laying document, the one for speckled, so about that one case that they found the rainbow frog in its diet. And there was a couple other ones. The other ones were about Madagascar tree snakes.
Resend because I don't think I got anything about bites.
Okay, yeah, because it was Madagascar, Leoheterodon madagascariensis bite.
I got word today that there's a Benavia coming into America, and those are geckos that have been on my radar for a long time. Super cool, and I'm super excited to spend a lot of money on something that I don't need.
I'm muted. Is there anything better though? Is
else.
I'm willing to spend money on the cool shit that I want.
But let's talk about the fact that DeFalco Reptiles is here and handling her hungoverness.
Yeah, I'm doing hair of the dog. I've got the full half bottle of margarita I didn't drink yesterday. We'll just finish it off tonight. I just had one crazy weekend instead of a few bad days. Kiana got the brunt of it last night when I called her at midnight. You don't need no more details.
It was good. It was good.
It was good. Good. I'm a good time.
I was at Hofbrau. Those two don't know what it is, but I'm sure you do today.
Yeah. You texted me and you're like, you get my unadulterated opinions. I was like, I'm gonna ask some good questions right now, but I figured save it for this evening when you go live.
Let me talk shit about all the local assholes on air.
Is this what you were messaging me about earlier, Dawn?
I don't remember. We talked too much.
About a show?
No, I don't. No. What were we talking about? This is not my show. You talk. I'm just here for eye candy.
Okay. So, Canada has not had a reptile expo since COVID. What the fuck are y'all doing? Like, tell us about it.
I was talking about the Texas NARBC show.
Yeah, that's what you were
talking about. Breeders Conference. Because Texas no longer has a mask mandate. So the show is kind of like a free-for-all as far as like COVID-wise. And it's very...
If I were to be there, I'd have a mask on because yeeks.
I don't want no cooties.
So I've attended a couple of our local shows only because that's usually where I get supplies. It's just I would rather go to a local show and support a single person than one of our larger stores in the area.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll leave it at that. But usually I'm just kind of like get in, get out, and we still require masks at all of our shows. And like 98% of people are doing a good job with that, I would say, as far as I've seen. But as things across the U.S. normally go, like it's state by state legislation and like rules and all this stuff. So Texas, where one of the largest American reptile shows is, no longer has a mask mandate nor a gathering size mandate, I don't believe.
It's the liberal media trying to take you down.
They took our herps.
They took our derbs.
So I texted you that it's very interesting to see this happening because I'm fully vaccinated. I am like 2 weeks post-vaccine. So last night I was telling Kiana that part of the reason I got fucked up is because I had my first vaccinated get-together with a few of my friends, and how it was the weirdest thing because we were all in one room together, like, hey,
human beings.
Can I hug you? Like,
I'm on a waiting list to get my 5G upgrade, so
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe the podcast will stream better.
Maybe that's what I need.
School, so I'm I've been 5G for a while now, and I can say right now that vaccines do make you artistic.
Oh, perfect. How many more colors do you think I can get in my hair after I get more artistic?
The fact that you don't have the rainbow is a crime, actually.
But it's a mullet.
Yeah, but...
Am I close enough to a rainbow? Like, come on. I got yellow, green, and blue, and black. I got all the colors of the bruises except purple.
You need red and purple. And then let's bring us back home. File snakes are purple. We're talking about reptiles. Thank you for joining the Canadian Herpetoculture Podcast.
Canada's ADHD shit show. So here in Alberta, we're basically on the verge of going back into like total lockdown. We're like this close, like so close. BC's in lockdown, Ontario's in lockdown, like third lockdown. I want to say Quebec, like most of the country is back in lockdown right now, and Alberta's just like, yeehaw, let's pump oil and not wear masks. I was in Costco yesterday. Do you guys have Costco down there?
We do.
Okay, don't fucking look at me like that, dog.
It is a bulk store. Of course, America has it.
We don't have Trader Joe's. I don't know. Don't fucking come at me. Okay, so I was at Walmart yesterday, and this lady had her mask pulled down past her nose. Right? And I was like, that isn't even gonna help you because you're a freaking mouth breather. Like you're breathing through your mouth. But so Like there's other expos happening, but like the reptile community's like, no, not us. Because if a COVID outbreak gets traced back to a reptile expo, like we're awful, right? Like we're the weird reptile people. They'll probably say we're all Satanists.
Only like a third of you are.
Is that like the worst thing in the world? Because I'm pretty sure Satanists have decent outlooks on human being and, you know, how to treat another person.
I actually can't talk about this.
Close your eyes and cover your face at me.
I'm not allowed to talk about this topic on this particular show.
Whoa!
No. It's not a bad thing. It's a position thing.
Say no more. Moving back to reptiles and plants.
Thank you. Reiterate.
Actually, margarita. I'm going. Talk to me for a second. This margarita mix is like hella frozen.
Don't put the lid on it and shake it.
I tried.
I found a shake weight at the thrift store a while back. Tyler was not impressed.
I would have bought.
Just getting the practice in.
I would have totally bought that shit.
Oh yeah,
especially the big black.
My friend owns the store. I can get it whenever I want. I'm quite sure.
Perfect.
Dom. What kind of cool reptiles do you have? Because I don't know if we talked about that.
I'm not the guest.
You're the guest now.
What did you say, Clint?
What color shake weight do you have?
I don't discriminate.
It's not what I asked.
I love you so much. Why do you live in this stupid country?
So I primarily keep Morelia. That's like my real passion. So I have green tree pythons, Reynolds pythons. If it doesn't have legs, I want it. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm mostly into. You want to say something? Okay, so I do have
Clint, we can't hear you.
Crazy. It's almost like that's how it should be. So I have a few ball pythons as well. Yeah, nothing too spectacular, but a good little group over here.
Am I unmuted now? Because apparently
What's up, Clint?
What?
I really wish he had the episode we did, because I don't know. The second I realized that you kept a bunch of stuff that I liked or kept or whatever, I was like, oh my god! It's like shoving Brandon out of the way. Like, we're not talking about hognoses anymore. We're talking about geckos.
Well, I'm also a giant idiot who loves jokes and stupidity, so that also thing. I personally think this live is like 10 times better because we have a guest audience here, or a guest speaker here. My dumbass is here. You guys are doing whatever the hell it is you guys do.
It is what it is.
Dual Cincinnati.
I haven't really figured out how we do
it. Brandon's just along for the ride.
Woo!
Dom, my ringer isn't on.
If you're texting her and not just saying it to the group, that's not fair.
She said turn my ringer off, but it's not me.
We text all the time. I talk to you more than I talk to most of my other friends. I think the only person I talk to more than you, Kiana, is my cat.
I'm cool with that. I do talk to you a lot. Like, actually, Dom has me yelling at her inbox on a regular basis.
Yeah, literally yelling because you figured out the stupid voice text thing, and so you just it is convenient. I do like to hear your voice, but it'll just be 8-minute long messages, and I'm like, God damn it! And I listen.
This man.
And she sends them so quickly that I can't respond. So I'm responding to something she said 12 minutes ago. We're past that point. She solved it in message 8. We gotta keep going.
Brandon's seen me process in real life.
I know this all too well.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it.
I called Brandon like screaming in the middle of the night once, and then he drove an hour. It was not 2:00 in the morning because you got home at 4:00 in the morning. Brandon came to save my dog because my boyfriend was at work.
I put a fire in my porch last night, so.
You what?
I literally put a fire that happened on my front porch out last night.
Please!
I can out crazy any story you have.
Yeah,
right now.
Tell the story about last week.
Is it last week? Oh my god. Okay, you're talking about my neighbor, right?
Yeah,
you're talking about my neighbor, right? The Canadian that went full blown like American.
Okay, you have to
that's what you need to say.
What part of America are we going? Are we going like hell yeah, or are we going to the bad part? Which so guns. Okay, the usual.
So my neighbor, who we've actually heard yelling on the podcast before.
Amazing.
So it started off as my neighbor across the street saw a crazy huge fire and thought that like my crazy neighbor had like lit my yard on fire and like taken out my rabbit shed. So she called like the non-emergency line for like a welfare check because like she could see fire over top of the roof of his house, kind of thing. Yeah, like it was noteworthy, right? So she called in a welfare check. A bylaw officer came. He wasn't even home. He was at the like druggy car shop down the block. And he was walking back as the officer walked up, and he had a gun. He had a freaking rifle, and the officer's like, "Put down the gun." Obviously, right? Because we are literally walking around suburbia with a fucking hunting rifle, walking down the block, and he told the officer that he was going to shoot them. And then he ran into his house and barricaded himself in there for the next 3 hours.
What the fuck?
And the entire neighborhood.
I got times you right there. In America, that person would be dead.
Yes. No. He's white. He's a middle-aged white man.
It's a thing, though. I do wholeheartedly believe at a certain point, your economic status doesn't matter to policemen.
I don't know. I don't know. So after 3 hours of my house being surrounded by like 40 fucking police cruisers, locking down the entire neighborhood, you can see police cruisers blocking off every intersection for like 2 or 3 blocks in like every direction. I live in a fucking agricultural college town. 2 blocks from the college.
Stoners.
Actually, I live also 2 blocks from a medical marijuana grow place. No, they're not even medical. They're just legal. I live like 2 blocks from Sundial Cannabis. So like it's weed in house, you know, like not fucking crazy psychopaths with fucking guns walking down the street telling cops he's gonna shoot them. But so we heard a bang after like 3 hours, and then we heard all the canines go crazy. I was like, did they breach the house or did he kill himself in the house? So like it was so suspenseful, just like waiting to like hear the next noise.
In America, we call that Tuesday.
I'm just gonna interject for a second. Clint lives in an area called Anderson, which is about as white and upper middle class like as you can get in Cincinnati, whereas I live in Clifton.
Ladies doing just fine.
I am in the area that I should be worried about. Good is fine.
See, you say that though, but I would feel safer in Clifton than I would in Anderson because people out here just like they don't think they have rules and they do whatever the fuck they want.
You're gonna get some middle-aged white dude pulling a gun on you.
Whereas, like, if I were to see that, I would go, I'm gonna mind my own fucking business and do my own thing. But that's not how the rest of the people around here go. Like, if I walk down the street open carrying, and they saw
open carry's not a thing here. You are not allowed to. No, you do. Like, there's no weapons for protection. They are. You either take it to the gun range and shoot, or you are hunting. There's no protection from a weapon. Like, no, you're not. You can't have bear mace as a weapon. You can't have brass knuckles as a weapon. You can't use a utility knife to defend yourself. In Canada, you can't defend yourself.
You cross the border and you just got your knuckles to defend yourself.
I'm gonna stab their eyes out.
But, like, I feel super privileged because of the fact that I'm, white and I look like a Duck Dynasty cosplayer. I feel like I could do whatever the hell I want, and no matter what, shit might go my way. And that's so fucked up.
My phone.
I thought you were just related to Duck Dynasty.
Listen, they have a lot of thoughts and theories on this world that I do not share, and I wholeheartedly wish they have diarrhea for the rest of their life.
It almost came out my nose.
Did my job. Hope Duck Dynasty has diarrhea. You can put that on my headstone.
I almost had to spit water on the floor.
Fuck those guys for those not keeping up with the class. Fuck Duck Dynasty.
You gotta be classy, white, trashy. You gotta keep the classy. Dom's heard me say that probably 5 times today.
You said that to me when I told you I was having a rum and coke, which was rude. As someone who's drinking a Pepsi.
No, I'm drinking water in a Pepsi bottle.
Which means you drank the Pepsi.
Tyler drank the Pepsi.
I don't believe you.
Pepsi's superior anyway.
I drink the Orange Crush. Don't fuck with me, Dom. Don't fuck with me.
Kids.
It is so way too late for Alive. I'm not mentally here. Physically, yeah.
We've
mentally,
been going an hour.
Okay, look. We just all needed some social interaction here.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
This is how I expect to see my friends currently with, Rona. I just want to be in my house. I've got a cat sleeping. I'm happy.
You guys don't even know if I'm wearing pants or not.
That's kind of the fun about these calls. We don't know what's going on here.
Below the tits.
And we don't know whose tits we're talking about.
Brandon, we are not posting this as an episode.
That's a lot.
I'm just saying this is not going on Podbean.
I think it should because this is amazing.
No, it'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, Ken, all 6 of your listeners don't need to see this one.
I've told Brandon this before, and I know I'm being goofy and stupid right now, but if I can't smoke and swear, I'm fucked, Your Honor.
Okay, Ricky.
Worst case, Ontario.
That's right.
We gotta get Randy's fucking toasted.
Not okay. Our the premier of our province. He is Randy. He looks like him. Go Google
Big cheeseburger eating bastard.
Go Google JC Kenny. There's memes of him There's memes of him turned into Randy.
What is this on here?
He's like the boss of our province.
Like governor?
I think that's like a governor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's who's our governor?
That happened on my front porch out last night.
I'm glad you heard you this time and not me.
Y'all are gonna make me like. Honestly though, I'm kind of happy to be doing this because my smoke alarm has been going off for 2 days because I have to change the batteries, but I can't reach it.
Clint,
so,
can you please go over to her house and help her?
If I'm drunk at bedtime, I don't hear it. So thank you.
They make step stools so you can reach that.
I don't have one. I only have a rickety IKEA chair, and I don't trust myself nor the chair. But thank you.
God, give me your address. I'll Amazon something to you.
Amazon.
I have an Amazon gift card that I got for a holiday, but I have this problem where I'm like, I don't want to waste it. So
it's something you can not waste.
But
it's Amazon. It's going to a giant multi-billionaire.
But
how tall are you?
But
how tall are you?
Yeah, I'm 5'8".
Damn, I'm 5'8" too. There ain't much shit I need a stool for. Okay, I get it now.
You know, like I don't really need it. The only
you need a himbo.
I need a himbo.
You need a himbo.
It's to reach the top of this like stack of cages, but I just put dying plants up there for the ambiance, so I don't need to reach anything anymore.
How about one of those like gopher grabber things old people get?
I don't know how I do a battery with that. You know, I'm just gonna have my lamp
from the smoke detector from it.
Yeah, just take the whole smoke detector down.
It comes off.
Yeah. Grab the whole round part and twist. Like it'll do a 90-degree.
Violently,
like,
just.
Maybe I'll just put Yzma up there. See if she can get a good photo.
Oh, everyone go look at Dominique's new cover photo.
It's a good cover photo. That's probably my favorite picture of the year. Not gonna lie. We look ridiculous.
Our cats are so mad, and we're just like.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of my cat.
We joke that our cats are like a lesbian couple because they're bitchy.
They would be.
They would be. They'd probably
for about 7 years now.
Shed would smoke Marlboros.
Oh God, I want a cigarette. Yeah, don't post this. This goes to the vault. Love it. I'm just gonna keep drinking.
It's whatever. It's whatever. What are you doing? Oh, it's a cat.
This is my son.
Stop behind those eyes.
My son's been ignoring me since Dad came home.
Oh, Brandon's trying to get us back on track. What's that, Brandon?
Oh, look, a hog nose.
That's a good looking snake. Where's that from again?
Your Western hog nose looks funny.
Yeah, this is a weird Western. It's really big.
Once Brandon got trolled by one of our friends on Kijiji. And it was the best day. Oh, I love that cat. Another breeder messaged Brandon on Kijiji and was telling him he like misidentified his hog noses and they were just Western hog noses and they weren't worth any money. The three of us had a group chat and Brandon's sending us screenshots like raging about this dumbass messaging. Well, me and the dumbass are messaging each other in another chat, and I'm giving him ideas to send to Brandon to get him even more worked up.
Nothing pisses off a pretentious reptile person than being told they don't know what they're talking about. I've sat online until 5:30 in the morning reading about this one specific species, and you are just bullshit.
Hey, Clint, can you guess if this is male or female?
Going by the size, I'm going to go female.
Oh, you were wrong.
Damn.
Bring out one of the females. They're massive.
My female's smaller.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, aren't they like the opposite of most shit?
Well, in my collection,
I've already grabbed a short-tailed python. Don't make me get up and go get more snakes.
Go get cool geckos.
See, this is the female.
Oh yeah, see, like that looks like normal colibrid size.
Look, male.
Your male looks bigger.
Yeah, he's fucking massive. So wow. I think it was last year, I had them cooling, and my male was 1,800 grams, and my female was 800.
That's what the fuck?
You want to show us how big your snake is too?
I mean, are we switching over to the OnlyFans platform?
No, only hemipenes.
I'm trying to think of stuff that I can like walk over easily.
Dom can't even unmute her mic because she can't get her shit together. I gave up. I gave up on this episode. I just said fuck it.
It's why that's what you should have said that to begin with.
It's called the everything episode. We'll call it the Kian and Clint trying not to yell about politics.
I'm not opinionated and weird. No.
I feel like I'm watching. I seriously feel like I'm a kid at Thanksgiving watching my family members fight.
Dysfunctional family.
That's
like,
fucking
good. Is that a blonde?
No, this is speckled.
The speckled. Can you show me the two side by side? I can't believe I just did that.
I don't want to.
The two. Brandon, the two you hold on here. You hold on to the gay. I'll go grab a Modestus.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is teamwork. This is the type of teamwork this hobby needs.
This is the one that I think might be hypo, but I'm not sure yet. So
their eyes are so big. Is this the one that bites you? I like the one that bites you.
No, that's the female Modestus that I am not pulling out because she bites me every time I pull her out, and it's always on a
She
live
bit you
stream.
1 year ago yesterday. And then she bit you like a week before that.
Yeah, and then my arm swelled up. That was fantastic. My arm swelled up. My hand was numb.
It's just like a bee sting.
That's right. I'm not allergic to bees, though, so I don't know how that works.
Okay, but it's not actually just like a bee sting because you never know how someone's going to react.
How does cameras work?
Not good.
Not the way you want them to. and not the way that Clint's doing it either.
Jesus Christ.
Goodbye.
So this is my hands and bottom of my face. It's
somewhere
super
there.
rare from Madagascar.
I have stuff within reach that I can show off. I never show anything.
It smells like musk because this is a male.
My female absolutely hates me. She is a nightmare to deal with.
That should be most females. My males are super easy going.
Yeah, like this is a male speckled, so my female speckled, she's all over the place. But yeah, this guy's I think he might be hypo because he's a lot lighter than all my other ones.
Get them morph, son.
Yeah, I don't
ball pythons.
Hey, look at my big man eater. Look, guys, it's sizing me up. It's gonna eat me.
Therai?
Yeah.
Oh god, I feel like the most boomery thing getting up into the camera.
Let me see
it. Kid. Oh my god.
Do you want me to make it big? I can make it big.
Please. No, I'm used to this. You can't change things on me.
This is my male.
I'm pretty pleased with it.
Let go of me, you little shit.
If I tried to grab anything right now, I would get bit.
Yeah.
An isopod.
That's the genus you keep.
Your snakes have big teeth.
And I love them. I got bit by my yearling the other day, and she straight up hit a nerve because my hand was tingling for at least an hour afterwards. I was pissed. But I was walking out of my apartment, and she shat in her water bowl. I'm not going to leave that in there.
Oh my God, I have a situation. This one. I don't show animals off.
Why don't we show animals on live camera? Because they act like douchebags.
Because my microphone is going to get musked or I'm going to get bit because there's tail rattling.
Oh, no, I smell like snake musk right now because of him, because he's a dick.
You little bitch. Let go.
That's just our cologne. Snake musk.
This is my female. She's a problem child. She's not. She's my best eater, but she's she doesn't stop.
I'm gonna put him back real quick because I'm tired of my hand smelling gross.
You don't want the poop smell? I should name it Nagini.
Yes.
And then boop its snoot. Don't look like you're gonna bite me.
Boop its snoot. It's the perfect time.
No, she's the one that I can just hold the pinky and be like, here you go, and she takes it. I don't want to see your butt crack. Oh, what's that? Oh, a ball python. Come here, Dom. Show Brandon your ball python.
I'm getting a
ball. This is meatball.
I'm getting a ball python on Monday.
I know, Kylie told me.
It's a gift from a dear friend. And I love her. She's the only one. She is the only one that will not bite me right now.
Are we showing off rocks?
Hell yeah, we are. And some of the animals in my collection, I think this is my favorite thing, is that maybe they're not spectacular animals, but this animal was a gift from Andy Middleton, who's AM Arboreals, and was produced by Thomas Budway with Gadoomy Exotics. And it's this is a very special animal to me, just because of the people associated with her. Even though, she's not the most incredible looking. But we love Meatball.
So Clint,
just trash. The gecko Trash, he came from a similar situation.
I love trash.
Gecko, but a good story.
I love trash.
So Clint, with the Giants, I'm not sure if you noticed that not very many of mine, but they have this red tinge on this part, probably a third of their body on the neck. It's kind of hard to see, but
okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a locality thing or not, but only certain ones that I've seen have it. And this guy's a wild caught from 2019. So
look at the fuck. I mean, that thing's got so much muscle to it.
Yeah. I'm not sure how old he is because he hasn't gotten too much bigger since I've gotten him. But he's got a triangular shape, where my other giants kind of have a round loafy shape.
At that size,
you.
God damn it.
I was talking about Brandon, not you for once.
I know. At that size, though, if you would have held that up and said, oh, what's the sex on this? I would have been male. And
yeah.
Because it looks more like a male. That other one's massive.
Oh, he's huge. I'm not sure if he's an exceptionally large specimen, or maybe he's just a small specimen, or vice versa. I have no idea.
Well, I know with the blondes, my males have consistently, because I've had a couple that they were wild caughts and for whatever reason they don't, and they've always been bigger than the females. The females have always been smaller. Then with the giants, that's been a complete swap. The females have always been larger than my males.
Yeah. The only thing I've noticed with my collection of giants is that my males have kind of a pointier snout to them than the females. I noticed they have a little bit wider of a snout.
That I agree. That's definitely a thing. Head structure changes a bit between sexes.
Yeah,
that I definitely see.
And I've noticed some of the scales along the eye. Some of them seem to be longer than the others on some of them. I noticed that in my hatchlings, and I'm not sure if that had to do anything with sex.
That's one I have to actually take a look at because I've still got a couple of the 19 blondes, and I haven't looked that close on them because you're eating. All I'm concerned with.
I don't know. I take a good look at them, and I notice all these like small, minute details that nobody's really looking at. So it's
different with you've got giants. I've just got a fucking horde of brown snakes that only us nerds like.
Yeah.
Brandon shit talks ball pythons for only coming in brown.
That's right.
So careful, he might shit talk your snakes.
50 Shades of Brown.
I will cry. They're not just brown, they're creamy brown.
Different shades of poop.
Dude, I'm a card carrier of the Boring Brown Gecko Club. Make all the jokes. I've already made them.
You have some really badass geckos, though.
Yeah, he does.
At the end of the day, they're all boring and brown.
According to Brandon.
I like
what you need is some little gray and black geckos with bright yellow eyes.
I would also like this. Just putting it out there.
You should get some.
Throw some. I'm going to order one of those mugs. Just toss a couple in there. Just stick them to the side.
Is that like a thing? Can you do that?
I guess we'll find out. Who cares?
Ship it through USP.
No, like I've got a couple of Madagascans that are brown-eyed beauties, but they're just gray. There's no black.
Tom, what? What? Do you need a minute?
That's why I'm muting myself. Let me be.
I just watched this grin forming on your face.
Because I think I'm so funny.
You are funny.
That's we're doing a podcast because we think we're awesome.
We are awesome.
Is that one of your captive breds?
Yeah.
Holy
Is this from
shit.
last season or this season?
The first season.
Wow.
I didn't expect it to be that big already.
That's fantastic. Look at the size of that thing.
Good job, Brandon. You watched
I
Snakes.
gotta stop getting up close to the camera. I feel so boomery.
No, we can literally. Brandon, how do we make you big?
Growth hormone.
Thank you.
Dude, look at the fucking thing.
Clint, I can still see you getting up close to the camera.
As long as normal people can.
They can't.
Yeah, the coloring on him is really different too, because you know how that one male that I got that has that really bright head on him?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can see it on this guy, but yeah, his head colors are a little bit brighter than most of the other ones that I have.
You can see it right between the eyes. He's got it's almost like a head stamp that's kind of blondish.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's super cool. I can't wait till he grows up and colors out.
You know, there's a guy in Cincinnati who needs a male, but I guess he can just go fuck himself.
Yeah, because I need the male.
That's a great way for you to come out of the closet, Clint. Congrats. What
I mean, dude, like I know I make jokes a shit ton, but that's an impressive animal. Captive bred alone, that's just like ridiculous to me because there's so few of them. Truly invaluable.
Just go fight Justin Smith for some.
Here's another one I produced.
Dude.
Is that from this season?
Yeah, this was from last season, yeah.
Oh.
Look at how from the eyes that pattern starts in and it's directly cut in half.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fucking cool. But even then, you can kind of see over here on like my side of the camera, where it almost bleaches out and blondes out, going into the from the back of the head to into the neck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting coloration. And like compared to that other one, like the neck's not nearly as red. Like it's pretty just creamy on this one.
I'm with you. I wonder if that's a locality thing.
I have no idea. Like I've seen it on a handful of them and not very many others. And it, majority in my collection, like besides that wild caught, they're all have nice that has the really nice white throats to them. And I'm not sure if the red has anything to do with locality or some sort of mechanism that they use for something. I don't know.
Like I know here, like our soil here in Ohio, we can be clayey and almost and brown, kind of yellowish almost. Whereas you go over east or down south, it turns red. So my thoughts would be different collection points, different soil makeup, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And potentially they've just kind of started developing different coloration like we see in toads and garter snakes here just going from state to state.
Scott Iper's here.
Woo!
Hi, Scott.
Hope he hasn't seen anything until now because it's been a hilarious adventure.
I've been using like iNaturalist and some of those other herp mappers just to see where some of the photos and stuff were taken of the giants and speckleds and stuff, and they all cross paths. And but the giants are found all over the island except like in the southwest, from what I've been seeing on the map. So, and a lot more of them have been found in the northeast kind of sections.
So that would be on the southern side. That's more of a arid land, whereas up north it's going to be getting a little bit more semi-tropical.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like topographic maps to get Madagascar, and as far as habitat and why they're
all over the place.
Peculiar. It makes you wonder, like. In the KRZ, where a lot of the Paradora, the more cryptic Paradora are found, Mesobi, Gracilis, and whatnot. Are there Leoheterodon out there, and are they the same as what we're seeing right now, or are they morphologically different because of where they're actually growing? And like they growing living.
Yeah, I've seen some on like the smaller islands around Madagascar too, is where they found some there too. So like I'm not sure where they're collecting them from. So there's so many different factors.
The part that being a private collector sucks ass because where the hell is our locale data?
Yeah, and all the herpetologists that I've talked to, they're just like, I'm like, do you think there's locales? And they're like, we think so, but there's no data to back this. So.
Because no one but us nerds care.
Yeah, that's right.
But we have Dr. Mark.
He has no answers for me.
He can only do so much.
We could talk to Aaron Bauer and with all his dumb gecko reassignments. I'm
Let's
sorry,
not
Aaron
have
Bauer
let's not have a taxonomy fight.
Oh. What?
Let's not have a taxonomy fight.
George R.R. Martin. I'm sorry. Aaron Bauer is the George R.R. Martin of herpetology.
But yeah, and I was looking for speckleds, and I found some really interesting pictures, and there was one where I think it was eating a spider.
That would be cool, just because of the fact that we here thousands of miles away, we're seeing copperheads eating cicadas and roaches and spiders and stuff like that. And then you have probably, especially in the giant aspect, you have one of the larger colubrids that is, I would say, an apex snake out there. And to see anything like that eating spiders is just fucking rad.
Yeah, it was a picture of the gay eye, and because it's in like a deserty kind of area too, so it was like a real red sandy area. So I have no idea what it was. It looked like a spider, but it was like 3/4 eaten, so it's hard to tell.
There's nothing published on color specific locality. We know that. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
but if they're on red sand,
Scott's from the future.
That's right.
Like he's reporting from the future.
But again, if we're talking about red sand, red soil, the adaptation of them having red throats, more red patterning on them, would just coincide with the area that they're inhabiting.
Yeah,
that's kind of what we're coming at.
Yeah. It's very interesting. And the Modestus I found was like in super small populations scattered across the island.
Which makes you wonder. Right there is what's scattered. What has scattered them? Why aren't they as widespread as the giants? Is it because of size? Is it because of their diet? And this is the hard part about liking animals like this, because all we can do is ask questions and no one's gives a shit about the answer.
See, we just need to go to Madagascar. We'll just plan a trip and we'll go.
Name the day. I won't come home.
I'll probably be
going to the woods. You're going to the jungle.
That's right. I'm not coming back.
My job will be to attack tortoise poachers with like this spider monkey ferocity that they have never experienced before.
Scott, what does aposematic mean? Because I don't know what that means.
And neither do I. I've never heard that word until now.
I'm trying not to be a dick on live whatever.
Try harder, Clint.
Sit down, Clint.
I'm Googling this.
Thank you.
A coloration or marking to serve or warn or repel predators.
That's yes, but at the same time,
well, because they do flatten their necks, just like a lot of other snakes for mimicking to make themselves look bigger.
But is it mimicking?
We have red clay. I'm sorry, Kenna. We have red clay soil here in southern Ohio, Kentucky, and there's no way that you can say that it's just because there's predators and prey. There has to be a point where they are adapting to red clay soil in the environment that they're in.
But for the giants in that area, maybe there's a predator that when they do flatten their neck for the defense mechanism, they see that red coloration and it deters them from eating them.
Or are they similarly on like a red clay soil, and they're just trying to blend in and keep away from birds and larger predatory species?
But why would it just be on the belly?
because in that scenario, you've got leaf litter and stuff breaking up the background, whereas on the belly, if they're flattening out and getting down close to the ground, you've got them blending right into the soil and right into the earth.
Yeah.
But again, we're all just speculating and having fun with each other. I want to fucking know what the answer is, damn it.
We don't have an answer.
Got to go to Madagascar and we got to start taking shitloads of pictures.
Shitloads of pictures. We got to spend a couple of years there, maybe just live there from now on. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I've yet to see an issue.
Yeah, neither. Well, they speak French and Malagasy, so as a terrible Canadian, I don't know any French.
Good for you.
They don't even speak real French here.
No, they don't.
Meine Deutsche ist sehr schlecht.
Canadian French is the same as like Creole French. It's bastardized.
According to South Park, there's no Canada like French Canada because French Canada is the best Canada they've ever had.
Only if you don't ask any other province or territory in Canada.
Yes.
Actually, I'm gonna send you a couple TikToks and give you all the information you need to know in Canada.
Why are you making me like be old on live?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I don't have a TikTok. No,
you don't need TikTok. You don't need TikTok. I'm just gonna send you videos on Facebook. Just press play.
It's
not even a link.
I don't have TikTok either.
I don't trust it.
I show Brandon TikToks all the time, and he loves them.
I just have to open them up in like Samsung Internet or something for them to play. It's kind of annoying, but whatever.
Okay, I'll save the video. I'll download the video.
Whatever the hell fucking internet thing, and I have to watch 30 videos to get to one video, and then I get mad and I just want to throw my phone against the wall.
Okay, boomer.
How do I turn this thing off right now? What's going on?
Then you just got to yell for Sharon. How do I turn this off?
You got to change your profile picture to a video of you like. yeah, one of those. Or it's like, I don't know, whatever angle it is that like those dudes do.
It's that upward, puffed up shoulder like there's something special.
I don't know.
Get the fuck out of the window. What are you doing?
I want to be a wild kitty and murder defenseless endangered species.
I felt really bad today. I started the lawnmower and there was a rabbit underneath it.
Yeah, obviously.
Did that make you feel as bad as the Gecko leave us?
Yeah.
No, it didn't. It did not. I got over it so much easier than having scales sloughed off of my hands.
That rabbit would have died immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if I still had reticulated pythons, that rabbit would not have been, composted. Don't give me that look, Dominique.
I have such a distinct memory of bringing a baby rabbit that was hit by a lawnmower to the pediatric nurse who lived down the street from me, like trying to save it. It died. We had a funeral for it, and I used to sit in our window and watch the grave. I used to sit and just look at the grave because I was so upset. And you just seem very cavalier about this whole situation. So, yes, I will make space.
Rabbits sit in the food chain. Therefore, I'm not worried. Also, I used to breed rabbits, and I'm pretty sure I've adversely affected the area's rabbit population with escaped rabbits.
Oops.
I think we could spare one.
They'll just make more in 30 days. It's fine.
Unless they're my rabbits that only like hump the doe's face.
Okay, that's just them getting smart.
He does it to completion. He falls off. He falls off the face, but he won't fall off the right head.
I know plenty of guys that have no issue coming to completion with, face fun. So I think they're just getting smart.
Maybe you just need to show them some educational videos.
How to fuck like rabbits, because you're rabbits.
My 11-year-old is like, what's he doing? I'm like, he's doing it wrong. It's what he's doing. He's trying, but he ain't getting there.
Come here, Bubble.
He tries. Like, A for effort, right?
I mean, that's what I tell all the women I'm with. Not good. Okay, as long as I got her to cringe, I'm happy.
Oh my
I'm too
God.
Catholic for this shit. God damn.
Saving yourself for marriage and everything.
Oh, I thought that's when you just get nailed on the cross.
Speaking of which, Brandon, check your messages in a second. I'm sending you a picture.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
You say mid-coitus.
Technically, yes. Oh, I posted it in the meme chat. Never mind.
Oh.
But
I got the notifications turned off right now.
Well, go look at it. Where's
Oh,
Clint?
Lord.
There's
Yeah, you better send that to Clint.
I did. And Tom, look at Tom's face.
So excited. Oh, I'm sorry, all you people watching right now and not getting to enjoy this bit of ridiculousness.
It's not safe for work.
Frankly, I'd tattoo that on me.
Right on your face.
Good Lord.
Yeah, if anyone wants in the meme chat, let me know. Tom's like, fuck no. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Clint, we need to record a proper episode with you again.
This isn't it.
No, this isn't it. This is fun. This is really fun. But we go record a good episode again because that other one was really good. And this is not better.
It was great. It was an awesome episode.
I beg to differ. I think this is so much better. No reptiles, just bullshit.
Ooh, Dom, you're getting outed. What is the tea behind that?
I'm really good at making memes. That's a good point, Scott. The Snakes and Stogies group chat I'm solely in because of the memes they make of Justin and Phil. I am aggressive and I am brutal.
I think I remember that episode.
I do have a meme of Scott where he doesn't look the best. Scott, you're a good looking dude, but not in this big. Sorry.
I think I was watching that episode when that happened.
It was a little tough. great material, though, personally. I'll try to find it for you.
Also, check out our interview with Scott, because it was good.
It was a great episode.
Yeah, it was a really great episode.
That is good.
And he has another book coming out in August, right?
So
I think it's in August. Scott, when's your book coming out?
When it comes out.
Comment so we all can see.
And then also, Scott's wife, Ty, has an incredible female herpers group specifically for Australian keepers, which is the Herpers group, capital H-E-R and P-E-R-S. So highly recommend checking that out. That aligns with my interests.
And if you're on Twitter, there's the hashtag Herper, the capital H-E-R, and then lowercase.
That is from Kristen Hecht.
Sure, thank you.
Researcher.
You know more about this stuff than I do.
I love Twitter.
Brandon, I would shut the fuck up.
Hey Dom, who followed me on Twitter first?
Shut the fuck up, okay? Dr. Emily Taylor, who is incredible, Snaky Mama on Twitter, obsessed with her, like have been following her for a couple of years now. This bitch, Kiana, makes Twitter and she follows her within moments. Like
I messaged Dom and I was like, Dom, I'm all boomer. Can you teach me how to use Twitter? And I have
get on her Twitter and it says mutual follower. Like you follow this person.
I had
Kiana.
2 followers.
And it was Dr. Emily Taylor. And I have been tweeting at this woman for years, trying to get her attention because I love her. She finally followed me back like a couple months ago. She is, if you don't know her, she just did another incredible podcast episode. I cannot remember which podcast, but it is shared in the Female Herpers group. But she has run a scientific study that was finding a correlation between female herpetologists and their place in, I guess, in like how they are given credit for the like scientific studies that they are a part of. And it like went through thousands of herpetological studies to find where women are associated in the credit and how active women are actually on a professional herping scale. And it's great. She has a Squaw Mates episode. I highly recommend. Like, it'll be my dying wish.
I fucking love Squaw Mates.
They finally came out with a new episode.
I love Squaw Mates podcast.
That's a good podcast too. Yeah, yes, but she's incredible. Highly recommend.
Dom?
Yes, she's also on my list. Thank you very much, Scott. I also so is Ty. Tell her I just want to be her best friend. Just gonna put that out there now. Yes, but thank you, Scott. I've got a list of incredible women, and there's so many of them that deserve a really good highlight. I was number 2. You were number 2, which is great.
Slade County to see the reptile zoo. Let's go.
I really focus on women. Thank you so much, Clint. You can drive me, but you cannot be a part. So I appreciate it.
No, I'll fuck myself outside of that, but I just want to be more.
Yes, it's on my list. It's one of those things where just will put a subtle plug for myself out there that
plug hard.
am very much looking for people who know these incredible women that can kind of help me get introduced to them, because it's very hard as someone who maybe is like newer in the hobby to just be like, hey, I want to interview you. But if I have someone like you, Scott, to kind of be like, hey, Dom's pretty cool, like interview with her, it'll be worth your while. Should it be $5? Because I just really want to talk to Kristen.
Kristen and Jim, she's got a lot of her talks on Facebook where she's and stuff, and just listening to her is incredible because especially talking timber rattlesnakes, things that I just go for. Listening to her talk about them and then is absolutely incredible, and I'm totally down to enable and help and do whatever I can to make sure women in herpetoculture get heard, because you and I have talked before. Fuck dudes.
Maybe not that, but yes, we do really want to highlight these incredible women because they deserve it. So that's my soapbox. I'll step off of it. Thank you very much.
Never step off that stove box because, again, fuck dudes. What we got? Tom Crutchfield and Bob Clark.
So I was probably one of the first members of Dom's female herper group. I've been in it since the beginning days, and I literally cannot explain to you guys how different it is than just a regular group. Just the way the conversations happen, it's completely different. And even if people don't agree, I don't know, it's just really different the way everyone takes their approach when discussing things with each other. And there's some of the more outspoken members of the community that you always know for stating their opinion, and they're still that way, but I don't know, it's just I feel like it's a lot easier for conversation and natural discussion to just happen and flow in that group.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think the biggest thing is that there's a lot less risk of ridicule, even if you don't necessarily know something and you're asking a question that maybe other people will know. I mean, we just reached 2,600 members today too, which is incredible. There are incredible female voices in the hobby that need to and deserve to have recognition that they should have had years ago. And it is I cannot overstate this enough that I am merely a channel for people to get their voices out there. I would in no way put myself on the same level as these incredible people I get to interview, but to be able to be there as a way to amplify these voices who are doing such cool things and such great things, it's an absolute honor. And thank you so much, Kiana, for helping me and being able to support me during all of this, because it's fucking scary.
Dude, sometimes. No, man, you're killing it with what you're doing. And I first got really interested in the entire topic of women in the hobby when Squamites did their episode. And they were talking about how even full-blown herpetologists, when they're writing the papers, a lot of the times women's names are either put last or completely left off. And there's just been a lot of sexism in the world of science. When we did our episode, I told the story of Mary Anning, and she was a very, very predominant fossil hunter, and all the men in the Geological Society literally took credit for all her discoveries and published papers on it, and gave her zero credit for the discovery, the knowledge. Oh, what is the quote? It's these men of, I think I should have it close. These men of learning have published books where I've furnished the contents and they've given me no credit, or something like that. And it's just you just, when I read the quote, you could feel it. She was hurt by this, and then it was after her death that she started getting credit and animals named after her and stuff like that. And it was just at least she's getting the credit, and she's had animals named after her, I think, as recent as 2015.
Yeah, but I think it was 2015 or 2016.
It shouldn't have to be 150 years after she died.
Yeah, and I want to interject here, because I think it's just important to remember that you joke that you joke about aw, men suck. That's not what we're trying to get at. What we're trying to get at is that women rock. That's the thing, and
it's just we're here too. That's all. Yeah, we're here too.
Systemically, voices have been silenced because of privilege, or because of how they've been able to get education or get the platform to talk about these kinds of things. And to be able to start highlighting these people that maybe you do know their name, but you don't actually know their story, or you know their contributions, but you don't know the name behind it. It's just so important.
Well, I know, like, and it's just a conscious thing that, like you said, it's not men suck, yada yada yada. It's just shut up and listen for a little bit instead of just bleh, right out and stuff. I mean, Dom, when you and I first met in person, you could have been a customer, you could have been anything. You need to listen to people when they talk, and that's what I think that's the biggest thing that a lot happens a lot is you get mansplained and talked over because it's like your thoughts and what you see is invalid, and I don't know.
It's just
this is me shutting the fuck up.
Thank you. No, it's just, there are unintentional biases in place that we all have to be aware of, and it's like an uncomfortable conversation to have. And yes, Scott, I think that's like very important to recognize is that like the gender issue is disproportionate in the United States.
I think it's a very westernized thing.
It's very westernized, thank you, yes. But not as much in Australia and such. Which is great, which is why the female herpers group for Australia has such a prominent amount of female herpetologists that are a part of it, and it is more of a science-based group than necessarily our group, Kiana. But I think that, it is a Western issue of having a tendency to diminish women's work and women's value in the scientific field. So, like, for example, I work in construction, which is a very male-dominated field, and we had a conversation last week about how women and men communicate differently. And it's not that I don't have the same ideas as my male counterpart. I'm just less likely to say it out loud because in a larger group setting, I'm not as likely to be like, hey, this is my idea or this is my knowledge. That's something I do more one-on-one, which is a traditionally more feminine approach. And the same thing comes with reptiles. You have to think about communication styles that women aren't as likely to stand up in a group of 20,000 members and give their opinion or give their thoughts on husbandry or their experience with this animal because it's an intimidating and not necessarily as welcoming as an environment, which is why the female herpers groups that are popping up are so important because it fosters that communication. And not only does it do that and make like a welcoming space for it, but it also encourages women and then also non-binary members, because we do focus on people who may be non-binary, to have the confidence to start to stand up in these situations and say their opinion and get validated for their experience so that hopefully they can translate that to the larger groups where they've had the backing of these people being like, hell yeah, you know your shit. Go tell other people about it in a non-cocky but very educational manner. And it's like a stepping stone. So hopefully one day we won't need female-only groups. We won't need to have a podcast focused on female herpetologists. My goal is that one day I can ask every person and be like, hey, name your top 10 favorite herpetologists or people in the hobby you look up to. And you can name the top 10 men as quickly as you can name the top 10 women.
Yeah, I think that's a really good goal. And you're absolutely right about how it's a good stepping stone, because if you are comfortable enough to voice your opinion and be an active part of the smaller community, it's only going to give you encouragement and more knowledge and more interaction and experience to go and join into the bigger community and be able to hold your weight in conversations and be like, no, I have the information to back up what I'm saying, like, period. So I don't know, I like it.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Once again, I'll get off the soapbox.
No, I like your soapbox. Scott has some good comments here. Scott, I wanted to ask you what ASH was, unless Dominique might know. But
I assume it's the Australian Society for Herpetologists. That is what I was reading it as in my head. Yeah.
There's a few female herp uni labs here. Oh, that's really cool.
So Scott, I'm just gonna put it out there now. Get me in contact with these people. You know? And I think he mentioned that he wants to see more women writing books and papers. I am hoping that this study by Dr. Emily Taylor can get more women involved. I have a pretty significant list of up and coming female herpetologists, like actually studying herpetology, either in their master's courses or their PhD courses, who I do believe we should have our eye out on, who are going to be incredible, producing really awesome content. And it's fascinating to see that the Twitter community for herpetologists has a huge female presence.
It really does.
The science community there, who are like leading the way of encouraging people and non-herp people to get interested in animals and interested in science, and obviously interested in herps. So Scott, I think there are some really incredible up-and-coming herpetologists, and then also I'm hoping there are some existing herpetologists who are getting the confidence from this upcoming generation to recognize their worth and start putting their name first in these papers and getting their name at the front of these labs and in these studies, because one of the things Dr. Emily Taylor discusses is that sometimes female herpetologists will remove their first name and go purely by their first initial because of the backlash of having their name, which might be a predominantly feminine name, attached to a paper. So rather than Dominique DeFalco, it would be D. DeFalco as the author on the paper. And I'm hoping that we can start to get the destigmatize and kind of take the gender out of these scientific papers and scientific studies that are getting out there. And I think as hobbyists, the best thing that we can do is start to encourage these conversations with younger kids and encourage especially women to not only be interested in herps, but also, you know, encourage your daughters to look at science as a field of study. I studied technology, very male dominated, but had I not had my parents helping me as I was younger, telling me like, yeah, you want to learn how to code? Fucking do it. Like, do it. Learn all of these things. Go to the path that might have a lot more resistance, but know that they were right there on the end, like cheering you on, ready to give you that diploma when you're there. And I think that as hobbyists, we need to recognize the biases that we might have and encourage discussions around it, even though it might be uncomfortable. And once again, this has just turned into Dominique bitching, but I appreciate it.
How about it?
Kiana, it would help if you are not on mute.
Thank you. Okay, no, this is actually really important, and the words that just came out of your mouth are why we need to have these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So stop apologizing for it, because you are correct. You are absolutely correct. And you keep apologizing because of that stupid internalized misogyny.
And if we don't have these conversations, nothing's going to change.
Yeah, literally. Like, there has to be so many uncomfortable conversations across this entire hobby that if we are not willing to have them and have them in these open public settings, nothing is going to happen. As it stands, we have so many shitty breeders, rescues, entertainers, whatever, that straight up fucking abuse animals, and they are still so publicly supported. You know, like it's time for that to change. Guys, we vote with our dollar. Like, quit supporting the pieces of shit. Like, figure out your lane in this hobby and make it better. You know, there's more to the reptile community than watching snakes fuck. Like there.
This is why I like doing this podcast.
Hobby has so much to offer than just breeding. And I really wish more people would do that, because like you don't even have to have reptiles to enjoy this hobby. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you have to like them, you know. But like my younger brother, he's been a huge reptile fan and like activist and all that. He doesn't own one, but he still gives a shit. And all that matters is you have the passion. But the passion that you have in this hobby shouldn't be to make money. It should be to give a shit about animals. You know, like I'm over the bare minimum being the standard. I'm over it. Like I have been to, in the last 6 weeks, I have been to most of the reptile shops, like specifically reptile shops in this province, and it was disgusting and absolutely embarrassing in all of them except for one. And the one that deserves all the credit in the fucking world is the reptile shop Red Deer, because Cody Joe and Tori are literally representing us to the public in the exact way that we should be represented. Proper enclosures, live plants, like water in the water dish, no mites. Like, why is water in the water dish and no mites so hard to ask for?
Clean water dishes too.
Oh, you mean like water dishes that aren't caked with dried on water calcium and like tannins from cocoa?
And I'm just going to interject here really fast, because I think it's also important to recognize that when it comes to animal keeping and animal care in general, the fact that like herp keeping is so male dominated, that's the anomaly. Like, women in general have a tendency to be seen like as caretakers and caring for these animals. So if you look at zookeeping, if you look at legitimate rescue management and ownership, who is at the forefront? It is women.
That's female dominated.
It is female dominated. It is herpetology in general and like herp keeping privately. I feel like I don't have as much information on the actual study of herpetology, so like the real herpetologist, but it is the private ownership and keeping of these animals where it tends to be so many men. And I've said it a million times, and I will say it a million times over. The men in the hobby who support the women beside them, those are the people we care about. That, like, we are so grateful and thankful for the people who have supported my cause, our group, what we work for. But what we need to do is weed out the men who aren't supporting the women, because that's not furthering the hobby. That is separating the hobby. By weeding out like a whole half of the population who should be interested and like excited about these animals, we are never going to get further in the hobby. And as Scott said, some of the best keepers are female, and I truly believe that there are hundreds of women who should be household names for herp keepers that aren't there yet, purely because of their gender and because they are not looked at with the same respect as men. And we need to be having these conversations with men where like you guys just kind of shut up and listen, which I appreciate you guys doing. And like it might not be something that you recognize yourself doing, but be there to uplift the female keepers beside you. Be there to uplift the non-binary keepers beside you, who are putting in twice as much legwork to get their name out there and getting half the reward in return.
Definitely. Absolutely. I think it, honestly, I think my local community, I've been pretty fortunate to not experience a lot of, I suppose, this sexism realistically. As I came into the hobby, there was a ton of women that were like big leaders, and they've just always been like well respected, and they keep up with the big guys and work alongside them, quite commonly. And I want to see that in the rest of the hobby. You know, you don't see these guys being like, oh, she's a piece of shit because she sells the same thing I sell, kind of thing. You know what I mean? They aren't like trying to degrade the women around them. They're like, hey, you want to come then like share a table with me? You know, like what I've personally witnessed is a lot of them like growing together, and it's really nice. And like, keep it up.
And I'll just put it out there, and then once again I will shut up.
And then I'll pull you back.
I think that one of the things I've learned, because you mentioned it earlier, there's a lot of like internalized shame and internalized misogyny, is that one thing that I've started to do, and I've started to do this consistently, and it's helped me incredibly in helping promote women in the hobby, is if someone asks me a specific breeder or someone I should talk to about a species, I always include a woman. And that it might take a little bit more thinking, but if you told me who are 3 green tree python breeders that you should talk to, I'm like, okay, here's 4. And usually the 4 off the top of my head are men because they are prominent in the community. And then I always include a woman, or I always include 1 or 2 women. And that not only gets me personally more involved in who's keeping these animals and more aware of the disparity, but also helps get these women the attention they deserve and get their names out there just a little bit more. And once you start doing that, eventually it's going to become a lot more regular in your vernacular to just include these women and include these non-binary people who are working with these animals.
That's kind of cool because I've been sitting here kind of thinking about like women in herpetoculture and stuff, and with a lot of the geckos, especially that I like to keep, Europlatus is always the first one off the top of my head because everyone loves leaf tails, and the first cut like 3 breeders in my head are actually all women. And
so I find that the gecko community across multiple species is strongly female dominated.
Yeah.
And like I know it's predominantly like crested gecko breeders, but like if that's where women need to start out, if that's the community they need to start out in to build their confidence and to grow and to make themselves a name, like
Stardust Scales, Zuppy Reptiles, CBR Reptiles, they all do a lot of good work with not only just crested geckos, but we're talking about a myriad of different genera in the gecko community. I that's where I go back to. That's what I'm a big fan of, and I mean, just seeing that it's not a fully male dominated breeding world is pretty rad.
We have our we're here.
We don't know shit.
Oh, and it's nice when we can come across keepers like you and Brandon and well, pretty much any of the other men we associate with, because if you're an asshole, we wouldn't talk to you. It's really nice because men like you support these causes, and it's like they're not yelling at us. Like I'm not getting called a whore in my inbox over this. Like, what's happening? Like it literally happened to me today. So some guy didn't like what I said, and he got in my inbox, super degrading, and it was just like, were you deprived of oxygen at birth? Like
I have the ball to get in someone's inbox and yell at them. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it in public where everyone can see it.
Facebook zucked him, so he got in my inbox. Jesus so he said something so out of line that Facebook picked it up, and then he decided to throw it in my inbox.
Mm-hmm. And I will say really fast, so like, I started the female herpers group last June. And I started my current podcast in January, and this isn't like a plug. It's I'm just telling you the timeline.
Go check out Modern Medusa podcast.
Okay, that's a plug.
But the thing is that I will say in general, majority of male keepers have been incredibly supportive and have taken a step back to recognize, like, holy shit, this is what's happening, and wanting to do better. The community in general wants to move forward and wants to bring people into the love of reptiles, because that's what we're all here for at the end of the day, because we love the animals we get to work with. But the people who have been, like, really shitty to me, I have not seen them progress. Like, that is just a fact. There have been people who have come into my inbox and have, like, tried to attack me personally for what I'm doing, and it fucking sucked at the beginning, but I've kind of built my skin up and, like, recognize that there are so many more people who want to encourage this and want to help bring these conversations to light and want to encourage women and non-binary people in the hobby. And the people who are against it, you don't know their names, you know? So don't be one of those people. Be one of the people who's like, okay, I recognize this is happening, and it can be a little humbling to, like, recognize that maybe you were a part of the problem to begin with, but take that moment, like, kind of sit with the shame for a second. And this is something I say as
internalize it.
Yeah, as someone who has been a part of a problem before, sit with it and then move forward. You know, don't sit with it and think, well, all these people are pointing it out now and they're the bad people. No, sit with what you've done, sit with the thoughts you've had and the actions you've done, which is what I've done, which is what Kiana has done, which is what most of the people who are still listening to this have done, and move forward. There is nothing about what we're doing that's trying to regress the hobby at all or is trying to cause issue with the hobby. We are purely here so that these conversations 50 years from now do not have to be happening because it's no longer an issue.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here to die on this hill.
I know, I fucking dug the hill. I dug my own grave to build the hill so that hopefully other people can be successful, because I have too many people who hate me at this point. I'm just like, okay, cool. Appreciate it. I haven't even produced an animal yet. Like, come on.
There's more to do in this hobby than watching snakes fuck.
That's true, thank you. But I would like to see some of my snakes fuck, because I just want babies. Just like,
see,
one of those things.
See, but you're doing something useful in the hobby, and, like, breeding isn't your, you know, only aim, because you also do rescue work for a proper rescue, not the rescues that I yell about.
I feel so bad that I have, like, for some reason, just, like, been like, I am the captain now, and this is now the podcast about me. So I'm so sorry.
They had their chance to talk.
Yeah, you fucking lost me. Oh, you're starting to talk about those hog noses. But I just kept pouring margaritas, and now I'm being all feminist on you bullshitters. So, sorry.
It's literally called the Everything episode. Like, it's titled that.
Excellent. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm sorry we talk about something a little more interesting than Morelia.
Nothing more. Okay, that's a lie. No, I really did pick a dumbass genus to be in love with. Like, they don't do much at all. I will admit it. I love my little green lollipops, but they don't do much at all.
Did you guys see the video I posted with the stingray?
I did. See that one.
That was a good one.
When you stop petting it, it would, like, come and, like, flap, like, up the side and be like, pet me. It's like, you know, when you stop petting your dog and it, like, headbutts you? The pancake puppy did it too. and then she spit water up my sleeve. And
Pufferfish will do that too.
Oh my god, it was amazing. Like, we were there to pick up feeders and stuff. This is at the reptile shop, Red Deer. So they're picking up feeders, and Cody Joe breeds stingrays as well. And Tyler, my partner, he's like, can we ask about the stingrays? Because, like, when we move and have a bigger house, like, it'd be cool. And I was like, oh my god, a fucking fish tank. Fuck this. Fuck that. Like, I've already had fish. I bred axolotls. Like, fuck this shit. No, thank you. And then we're, like, looking at all the stingrays and stuff, and then I see him pet it, and I was like, okay, can I pet it? He's like, yeah, like, of course. He's like, it feels like a cat tongue. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean it feels like a cat tongue? It's a flat shark. Like, do sharks feel like cat tongues? And it touched it, and it feels like a fucking cat tongue. And then, like, I stuck my hand underneath it, and it's like totally flat and smooth on the bottom, which is what I expected the whole thing to be. But like, when you have a baby, when they first give it to you, they put it on your chest, and you feel so much love, and you're like, this is mine, and I'll kill anything that comes near it. And when I pet that stingray and I realized it enjoyed it, I was like, I think I love it. I think I need one. So now I need to move so I can get a pancake puppy.
Just flood your basement again and put it in there.
Actually, I found a use for my basement for that other thing that I can't talk about.
Oh.
Sex dungeon. Got it.
Yeah.
Without the sex. My basement looks like a scene out of like American Horror Story or something like that.
It
like,
literally does.
Like, I call it the murder basement. And Brandon's seen it in some incredible states.
I've been in there.
And you live to tell a tale, dude.
That's right.
Well, my landlord was the only one at risk of dying that day.
So I just ran to the bathroom and like came back, and Kiana, I just sent you a picture. Throw it up on the screen.
Is it of you in the bathroom?
No, God, no. I was getting there. I was supposed to feed tonight. That's what I was planning on doing while listening to this episode, and so I just hijacked it with my feminist agenda. Gotta love it. And this is what I see as I walk past one of my green tree cages. Can you throw it up on the screen?
He's like, I do stuff.
He is right.
Hang on, let me open up Facebook on my computer, and then I can.
This is Callow. He was my first snake ever, and it would rip me to shreds. But like every single one of my green trees is like at the front of their cage. Like, hey bitch, what the fuck? Where's my rat? And I am a little bitch, so I'll probably feed them at 2 a.m. after this is done. Because I don't care.
More margaritas in you.
It's almost done.
Nothing says fun like getting struck at drunkenly.
Yeah. Callow is the one who will get me. He's the biak. Hopefully you can pull up the picture, but
yeah, 2 6. There you go.
He's like right there. So ready to go.
I'm gonna get you.
The thing is, he doesn't eat till next week, but I'll just feed him tonight anyways because I'm a bad mom.
He deserves it.
And he's been a good. That's a lie. He's not been a good boy. He's stuck shed because we had a bad Ohio winter, and it all sucked.
I gotta feed things before I go to work.
Is anyone else cool enough to have had someone tattoo one of their animals on them?
Shut up. Please don't bring this up.
A little late for that.
You know.
I love you.
It pisses me off. It was just about a year ago now where I was on Facebook and this keeper posted a picture of a green tree python tattoo. This keeper. I did not say
keeper. I was like,
no, that's your problem, not mine. Post this picture of this green tree python tattoo, and I looked at it for 3 days before I sent it to a friend, and I was like, this is my snake, isn't it? And they were like, absolutely, that's your snake on that person's thigh forever. But I was too shy to say anything. So my snake is on someone else's thigh, and they don't even follow me on Instagram. Wow. I was pissed.
And they cropped out your
logo.
They
cropped my logo out of that picture. It was so pathetic. I was like this is a year ago. I was very new in the hobby. I'd had my logo for like a month and a half. I was so proud of the pictures I was taking, and I looked at this picture and I was like, yeah, that's Claude. And Claude is now dead, so I hope they're happy.
Oh, I forgot Claude just passed. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought this up.
There's a dead snake now. And the thing that sucks, I wanted to get that picture
memorial
tattooed.
piece.
I wanted to get that picture tattooed when I took it. I was so proud of the picture. I'm not bitter. I'm mad.
Her ass is entirely chapped.
Very chapped. I'm frankly upset you brought it up, so thank you so much. Appreciate that reminder.
So way to go, Keanu. You chapped her ass.
But think about that like amazing photo we took earlier, and you'll feel amazing again.
We're at the bottom of the margarita bottle.
This motion was hilarious to see.
Get
the last hole drops out of that fucking bottle.
Put some water in it and switch it around.
This is a Costco margarita mix with built-in whatever alcohol it is. We're not wasting it. Oh my god, it's 12.5%. I just saw that.
That's like wine.
That is what I've been drinking for a day and a half. This is what caused me to call you last night.
I really thought I was going to see you.
No, stop. Can we end this? Can we end the live?
I love you so much. Our cats match. Our cats match. They're angry together. Yeah, just drink all that.
No bath toys on air.
Oh my goodness!
Brett,
oh my god!
Put us in here, and we'll chuckle along, shake our head, yes, back and forth.
Here's the thing: I went on this incredible tirade about how important women are. You just shot me down at the knees, didn't you?
I didn't shoot anything down.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the other bitch in here.
It's me. It's me. I'm the bitch. I'm the bitch. They thought they were in trouble. Brandon probably even thought he was in trouble when he said the other bitch. Oh my god. I wish I was drunk.
I'm not drunk. I'm just mad.
You're just heated. You're not mad, you're disappointed.
No, I'm fucking mad. Okay.
Get it out. Get it out.
Can't wait for this to be, once again, a lost episode. I'm just not going to air it.
It'll still be on YouTube.
Should have put lipstick on. Okay.
Ingrained in the interwebs.
I'm just like not complaining about my hair right now. It's cooperating for once. It's nice.
Same.
So is my hair.
I mean, at least we have hair.
Me and Clint are rocking the same haircut.
All beautiful.
Guys, my ears are sweating.
Well, we've been at this for almost 2.5 hours.
I know. All right. Where do we find you guys? Plug your shit.
Please don't. I feel like at this point, just don't find me anywhere.
Dom, your fucking handle is in your name.
Bleep it out.
Dom, you're the only one advertising yourself.
It's automatic as soon as I log into the StreamYard. Okay, so I'm Dominique DeFalco of DeFalco Reptiles. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Female Herpers and Reptile Keepers group. If you are female and non-binary, please join us there. And then the Modern
If you
Medusa
are a
podcast.
man and you try and join that group, I will laugh at you. Like,
we will ridicule you in the group chat.
We will ridicule you in the group chat.
It does happen on occasion. We do appreciate the audacity, but you will not get in. And you can follow.
Like
I have a podcast.
I was gonna say, I'm over now.
Yeah, good luck. And then we have the Modern Medusa
We'll
podcast.
unleash Emmy the Enforcer on you.
She's scary. Her podcast comes out the week of May 7th. So
yes. I'm excited.
I try to get a podcast out every week.
Moon Lily Reptiles. Check Emmy out.
Yeah, check Emmy out for sure. For sure. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Clint. You were the guest this episode, right?
Don't find me.
His shit is in the title. Reinhart Reptiles.
Yeah. Reinhart Reptiles. Facebook and Instagram. If you like geckos and snakes.
Cool geckos.
It's only getting worse as the years go on, and the plants are getting worse too. So if you like plants, I really move off and shout into the herpetocultural void. That's about all I got.
I'm about it. Y'all know where to find me and Brandon. Click our link tree if you don't. Ectotherm Creations, Saurian.
I never post.
Yeah, I haven't really been posting either.
Hey,
I'm on TikTok if you want to see stupid reptile stuff.
I've been posting to my other page more often than my snake page. So,
if you need a nice fucking bench made, hit up Brandon.
Or
he's got nice wood.
Or weird skeleton casting. I can do that too because I'm working on a frog casting.
Yeah, that looks sweet. You should post that on the page, by the way.
I should once it's finished because it still looks like ass right now and I'm not happy with it.
You sent me pictures earlier. It looked fine.
It's not done yet. It's getting better.
Work faster, goddammit.
I have to wait for things to dry.
No. Unacceptable.
I do plan on making a skeleton coffee table with a snake skeleton in it in a river casting.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be so expensive though. I just can't wait.
You just want it in your own living room.
Yeah,
how's your big build going?
It's kind of on hold until I have like $900 for a dome that I have to order from California. And then like the other $1,000 that I need to do for the rest of the skeleton.
And then it'll be the world's biggest snow globe.
Basically.
It's snow globe shaped when it's done.
It's going to be a 36-inch around snow globe that spins.
With a skeleton in it.
With a 4-foot tegu skeleton in it.
You have my attention, dude.
So, if you got dead shit, Brandon can turn it into cool shit.
That's right.
But if you have real shit, you just flush it because we don't want it. We don't want to talk about that.
Everybody poops.
And that's how we're gonna end
Signing off.
No, we're gonna end this with grab life by the hemipenes.
Grab life by the hemipenes.
Canada's got the motion down for it and everything.
End this now. Actually, I have a video of what podcast was it that you were on? And you said grab life by the hemipenes, and every dude went like this.
It was with Phil and Justin.
And they're all going like this, and I took a screen cap of it, and I definitely posted it. Yeah. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining our shit show. There's some good parts.